Winter Haven, Florida, 1943. A line of soldiers stands at a garden gate, cash in hand. They're here to see the famous water ski show. There's one problem. There is no water ski show. There never has been. The woman at the gate is Julie Pope. Her husband is away at war. Her garden is nearly broke. She looks at the soldiers. She looks at the lake behind her. And she makes a call that will build an empire. First, you have to see what they were really selling. This is Cypress Gardens, Florida's first theme park, opened before Disney World was even an idea. MGM shot movies here. Elvis posed here. World records fell here, more than 50 of them. And today, almost all of it is gone, bulldozed, rebuilt, renamed. What's left fits inside a corner of Legoland. How does the park that invented Florida tourism get erased by it? Money leaves fingerprints. The easy answer is Disney. A castle went up one county over, and the old park never stood a chance. And Disney matters. You'll see exactly how. But Disney doesn't explain why nothing could save this place. Not new owners, not new rides, not 70 years of fame. The real problem was built into the business on day one. To find it, go back to the beginning. 1936, the bottom of the Great Depression. A former publicity man named Dick Pope opens a botanical garden on the edge of a lake called Eloise. The idea came from a magazine article in which a banker in Charleston had opened his private garden and charged admission. Pope's version, swampland transformed. 8,000 kinds of plants, electric boats gliding through canals by 1938, and the Southern Belles, young women in hoop skirts, posing among the flowers. Park lore says the first belle was stationed there to hide a frost-killed vine from visitors. Florida marketing, from day one, was about what you don't show. But Pope's real product wasn't plants, it was pictures. He flooded newspapers with free photos of blue water, palm trees, and smiling swimmers. Editors needed pretty pictures. Pope needed tourists. Everyone got paid. Which brings us back to that gate in 1943. One of those free photos has just run in a local paper. Skiers, towed behind a boat. The soldiers read it as an ad for a show. Julie Pope doesn't correct them. She takes their money. Then she rounds up her own children and their friends, and they ski. Word spreads through the barracks. The next weekend, 800 soldiers show up. The most famous water ski show on Earth has just been invented. By accident, because of a photo. After the war, the accident becomes the engine. Cypress Gardens becomes the water ski capital of the world. Over 50 world records are set on that lake. Pope's own son helps popularize skiing barefoot. Hollywood comes to the water. In 1953, MGM ships an entire production here, Easy to Love, with Esther Williams skiing across Lake Eloise in Technicolor. Elvis visits, Johnny Carson, Carol Burnett, and Dick Pope becomes Mr. Florida, the man selling the entire state, one glossy photo at a time. 1 million visitors a year walk through his gates. He's so good at selling Florida that other people start listening. Here's the part they didn't see coming. Dick Pope personally campaigned to bring Walt Disney World to Florida. He wanted the crowds. More tourists in Florida meant more tourists for everyone, right? October 1971. A different gate opens just up the road. It has a castle. The man who sold Florida to the world just got a customer he couldn't handle. The math turns brutal. Why watch skiers when you can meet Mickey? The interstate carries families straight past Winter Haven. The park changes hands, again and again. Rides get added. Hurricanes hit. Nothing sticks. September 23, 2009. The owners announce Cypress Gardens is closing, effective immediately. They say every option to keep it open has been tried. 73 years. Done in a press release. Present day. A kid runs past a roller coaster shaped like a dragon. This is Legoland Florida now. They bought the land in 2010, but follow the kid down a quiet path, away from the rides. There's a banyan tree here, planted in 1939 as a seedling. It's enormous now. It was here for the soldiers, the movie stars, the closing day. The gardens around it survived. The ski show survived too. Legoland kept a version running on the same lake for over a decade, until December 30th, 2024. Final performance. 13 skiers were told the park didn't need them anymore. The skis came out of the water, this time for good. So what's the lesson buried in this garden? Dick Pope never really sold plants, or ski shows, or admission tickets. He sold attention. Free photos, borrowed newspaper pages, other people's front covers. It was genius. It built the park for pennies. But attention you don't own can leave as fast as it came. When Disney arrived, the cameras simply pointed somewhere else. Pope had spent 40 years teaching the world to look at Florida. The world learned. Then it looked past him. Remember that photo in 1943, the ski show that didn't exist until people believed it did? That was the whole business, in one frame. Cypress Gardens was an image, all the way down. And images can be replaced. Pope wasn't the only Floridian who figured this out. Next time, a roadside spring in the middle of nowhere, and the man who decided the only way to sell it was mermaids. The strange business of Weeki-Wachee. Back at the garden, the empire is gone. The brand is gone. The lake is still there, and one tree that outlasted it all. And now you know what they were really selling. It's never just a place.